Boys. How's it going, boys? I'm good. My name is Benoit, the Benevolent. I don't know. I need to work on the riffing, on coming up with better names for intros. I feel like I've been slacking recently. But if you guys have caught my past several live streams, I have decided to roll a Singer Barbarian. And I thought, about time I make a showcase. I'm level 76. I've finally got myself up and running. You know, I'm getting the ball rolling on this bad boy. So I want to talk a bit about why I did it and how I'm going about doing it. So this is my big Chad boy here. His name is Caps Lock. Yeah. So shout out to Superior Audi in chat. He was the boy who came out with the name for that one. So let's hop in game and I'll talk about what I'm doing with my level 76 Singer Barbarian. So as you guys know, I have been building my Throw Sorceress this ladder, but I did get kinda burnt out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. You guys are so nice. You help me sort out trades. You help me line out stuff and farm and get what I need to. So I made a lot of progress a lot quicker than I thought I would. And it's not that that's a bad thing per se, but I got a little bit burnt out. So what I did is I wanted to choose another build that I can play in predominantly solo self-find with a few little, key bits. So I decided on the Singer Barbarian because it is my favorite build. I love progressing through with this. I think it's just my favorite. I don't need to clarify it. If you want a biased opinion, swing by my live streams and ask me there, because you're going to get a biased opinion about Singer Barb if you come to me, folks, not Dobrunsky. Love you, buddy. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to maximize my time during that progression stage from somewhat okay shitty gear and then towards end game and getting all the little bitty upgrades along the way, because that's really fun for me. So when I go through, I'm picking up every barbarian helm. I'm really excited to see every barbarian helm on the ground, no matter how shit it is. Even white for a base for +3, even blue for the chance for a +4 or +5, +6 even. That makes me excited, and that's what I kind of feel like I'm missing. So what I'm doing with this fella is I'm not taking any donations, any trades from chat, from you guys in the community, unless I have what is worth a valued trade. Okay? If I find like an interacted mesh, sure, I could sell that for like a gull est or whatever the fuck it's going for nowadays, right? I think that is okay. That is okay. But in terms of getting donations and help and that sort of thing, I don't want to do that. If we're farming together, if I'm live streaming and you guys want to join my open games and we find stuff in game, sure, we can take what we find on the ground. That's absolutely fine. But in terms of donations, I'm not taking that. The only donations I would take later on is if I did do another big crafting stream, because I really enjoyed that before, and I'm more than happy just to pull in resources and craft for everybody on stream, because I just enjoy that, and you guys seem to enjoy that last time. Now, the other small thing, well, not small thing, the other thing that I did to prep this build is to make the following enigma. Now, I know, this is the idea that everyone has for most builds, is you want to build up your fucking enigma, okay, and then move on, and that's your main piece that you're aiming for. Now, the reason why I wanted to start with this first and have this as my only item in the stash, because the progression stage is going to be a lot more smoother and farming with this. Now, I chose the base wire fleece because I've never actually made one in a wire fleece before, and I had several on non-ladder, and I thought, fuck it, I like the look of this one, I want to do it. So that's really my reasoning behind it. The other thing is, I'm not allowed to wear this on my character until I beat Hell Mode by myself as a Singer Barbarian, which is not a fucking easy feat, because this motherfucker is terrible at single target, so I'm going to be relying heavily on my mercenary. So at the moment, I'm at the start of Act 2. I can't really go for more because I'll go through my gear and kind of what I'm doing now with my current setup, but that's really my thing. So, not taking donations, predominantly solo self-found. The only piece I have is my Enigma, which I can only wear after I beat Hell Bale by myself. Let's get into the build, boys. Okay? Alright, so I've got a couple of bits of Magic Find on at the moment, so let me switch a few things out. I had my Stealth, and then I think I had some booties. I did have some booties. Yes, we go. Warcry. Yes, we did. Okay, don't mind me, boys. All right, here we go. So, at the moment, I have a level 76 Barbarian. Strength is kind of minimal. I'm not going for a Monarch or anything. I know the Wire Fleece is higher in strength, but I don't care. That's later down the track. I'll respec by that point. I still have a shit ton of upgrades I can do. And I've got no Skillers, no Torch, no Annihilus, or whatever the fuck, okay? Dexterity is low. I put a tiny bit in here just so I could wear my Scythe, which I self-found, which is very nice. I found a 4-socket Scythe, and we found a fucking Soul Rune too. And we rolled it first go, level 17 Meditation. So that is banger to help us maintain mana while we're casting with this. Vitality, we've got a good chunk in there, and I put a little bit extra in energy, so the more spare stats I get in the future, I'll put into energy. I'll probably put more there once I respec, because I do need more stats in here, but more gear to upgrade and then kind of go from there. Alright, boys? Now, let's go over to the skills. For the Warcry skill, it requires so many fucking synergies, boys. I need Bingo Bongo, one down here. Warcry is maxed, Battlecry is maxed, Howl is maxed, and I'm getting there with Taunt, and that'd be the rest of my synergies. So here I do pretty much 1k damage, not too bad. Few points in Battle Orders at 5. I've got 1 into Find Item, which I get from a skill. I don't even have the spare points to get Find Item yet. I mean, I'm just going to wait until I respec. It's kind of, I know it's a little bit cringe, but it's fucking whatever. You know, it's like 13% chance on there. It's really bad. 1.1 is across here. Natural res and speed is kind of worth it, right? So the more plus skills I get, these are going to go up quite a bit. And same with the natural res. So that's going to help a lot. Just with Annihilus, Torch, and all those, it's going to chuck right up. Combat skills. I've got 1 into Leap Attack, because obviously we can't use our Enigma yet until we beat Hal Bale. So this is going to be helping us leaping into packs, over things, into packs, and then Warcry, you know? Oh, beautiful. So here is my setup currently. Depending on where I'm farming, I have these two on switch. I have Insight, Meditation, level 17. You still use a shit ton of mana with Warcry. It is 26.5, and we only have 305, okay? But I do have my 2 Spirit Swords. I've got 34 and 35. Currently, my cast rate is over 110 FCR, which is a breakpoint cap there. And then the next one above that is 200, but I don't give a shit about that. It's not really feasible. 105 FCR, sorry, is what we need to be over, I think. Or 110. 105? I feel like it's 105. I need to double check. Now, over here we've got 78 on this end. I need to double check if I might need more FCR in this setup. I can't quite remember. But either way, if we need mana, we switch to our Insight. If we're doing okay, we can steamroll packs, or we're getting enough mana from elsewhere, then we can just bonk with Spirits, and you see my damage goes up by about 200. So that's where we're going. We're looking pretty good. Now, we've been kind of unlucky with Helms so far. We managed to get this from our 3rd Imbue. We didn't get anything from our Anya hand-in quest either, which is a bit of a bummer. So 3 Warcry, 1 Find Item, and some other shitty stats, it's whatever. For the Amulet, I do have a Magic Find, but I also have this, which is 81 to mana. So I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Pretty happy. Now, chest, we've got Stealth. I did get this just for some Magic Find, which I was doing before. Gloves, I have nothing really. I just got Magic Find from the shop still. Dwarf Star is one of the only uniques we've found. I managed to craft an somewhat okay caster belt to give us some more mana and shit in there, and a bit of FCR, which is quite handy. Another FCR ring, which is very shit. And then I did craft these, which is probably the best thing we have so far, I would say. 20 faster unwalk, 5 dexterity, which kind of doesn't matter, but 49 mana. So we've got a mana roll on top of a decent mana roll, and we got increased max mana by 5%. And then we got regen by 10%, which I think is max too. So that's awesome. 5% max mana, as you can see. 523, boom, 600. Yes, boys, yes. Now, usually just farm with Insight, since it's easier. My charms are pretty dog shit. 3 MF, 14 life, 22, 4, 3 MF, 15 mana. 53 mana is probably our best one, and I am going to be stacking a few faster unwalk charms if I can, but probably prioritizing mana, I would say. Now, for the Mercenary, we recently acquired a Limb Rune, and we made a Lawbringer, okay? I've got 2 non-ethereal rune swords. So I made a Lawbringer, get Sanctuary, and Decrepify, boys. 20% chance to cast level 15 Decrep. He does have fire damage and cold damage and lifesteal, so he sustains kind of well with this. I'm pretty happy. We gave him Strength 2, which is a very cheap one to make. We've got a Crushing Blow source for single target, which this build lacks, and we've got decent Strength and lifesteal as well, because he's just going to be slapping and keeping himself alive a lot better, which is cool. Now, I gave him this helm for a bit of fire res. I also have this base in case I get to a point where I can farm Travancore. Pretty cool, to be honest. Warcry, natural res, find item, vitality, and I can even chuck that on here instead of this, which is going to help quite a bit as well. So, I mean, maybe I could do that. That's probably a better helm to wear, let's be honest. Now, for his chest, I've just given him Atma's Wail. I've found nothing to give him. I don't have a Spear Co-Rune. I can't make a Hustle yet. I can't make another Treachery, but I do want to make another Treachery for him, because ideally my Treachery I can switch in between different different like mercenaries from Act 2 to Act 1, whatever I want to do, you know? So if I want to switch back to Act 1, which I had before, I do have this here, which is my Insight Ashwood Bow with +2 and shitty Insight roll. Not too bad, eh? Not too bad. Now, let's go ahead and kill some stuff. I want to show you how this kind of works. Let's go to, I guess, let's go to Inner Cloister. Hey, we can clear the catacombs. So, again, I'm only up to, what do you call it? Act 2. And I'm probably fine. I'm pretty comfortable farming Act 1 for the time being. I need a lot more gear, man. And I'm just enjoying this point of farming because everything is exciting at this point, you know? Everything's exciting. It's good. I still do somewhat, you know, okay damage. My res is quite bad. That's an issue at the moment. So the more plus skills I get, the more life and mana I can get from my war cries. Ghosts I just kind of skip because whatever, you know. But while kind of pumping through, it does pretty well, boys. I'm pretty happy, really. I'm gonna kill these bozos and I'm gonna go down to the pit. Nice. Not too much I can do right now, but I like it. I said I'd go to the pit. I'm not going to the pit. But I have been doing mainly just Countess runs at the moment. I've been doing some Nightmare Cow runs to try and get more bases, more charms. I can get a +3 Warcry magic amulet. Little things like that. There's a lot of small upgrades that I can potentially get from Nightmare Cows, which I can clear reasonably quickly too. So you might find myself, I might find myself there later on stream sometime if you swing by. But that is about that, boys. XP Shrine, that's pretty pog. Let's go down here, kill a couple more bozos. This is going to be probably me for the next bit. I'm going to try and get a few slightly more regular videos out, unlike my Throw Sorceress, just so you guys the progress on here. So I'm aiming for this to be slightly slower progress, which is my goal, you know? I don't want to fill it out way too quickly, then there's not enough videos I can make. I want to stretch it out across, you know, more builds for you guys and really enjoy the progress of this, because it is my favorite build. It is my banner that I got made, my artwork for my, you know, YouTube channel, so it's got a special place in my heart, my little Singer Barbarian, hey? So I hope you boys enjoy this one. I hope you enjoy the build. I'm going to be live streaming this quite a bit. Leave a like if you want. Don't leave a like if you want. There's me for today. Finish off that bozo. There we go. Caps lock, Singer Barbarian. The best Singer Barbarian, this ladder, you have ever fucking seen, boys. Have a good day.